Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, with this week's episode of Boruto, um, yeah, let's just say anybody who is not watching it will be talking about it, okay? I already know I'm late on dropping this, but just from seeing this episode now, I can tell you 110% you are going to see a whole lot of Boruto people coming out of the woodwork saying that they love it, or even worse, saying that they only came back because of this episode, right? Like, those are the worst. But regardless, I mean, everybody that sticked around and everybody who enjoyed themselves up to this point knows what's up and will definitely be seeing quite a bit of nuance when it comes down to um, the show now. Like, not only did they just pretty much confirm that Boruto is finally about to get more acquainted with what the heck is on his wrist, I also am ridiculously shocked that so many people have not said anything, right? Like, y'all haven't said anything to me about this episode, and I haven't dropped it yet, and y'all haven't complained. I'm sick. Nah, but this was super hype. I really been looking forward to a time where Boruto is at its hypest, and to think it all started with just one member who used to be a part of the Hyuga clan here. That's why I'm using Neji. Pretty sure he had a Byakugan, and that's what he was really used for during the war arc, and what he pretty much was uh, complaining about when he said that he has lost. What the heck, Naruto? That's how you feel? You're gonna do that in front of me? I'm pretty sure that's how he felt when he lost something important to him, right? Like, the thing he lost ended up being his eye that really did give him, his prowess, his overall probably ranking. Not to mention, people would hunt down others with these eyes, right? Like, you had these eyes, if you had the Otochi, if you had the Itachi eyes, or the Uchiha, you were hunted, and that's just how it was until you were, found and either killed or your eyes were ripped out of your head. So to not even have to worry about that anymore, it's kind of interesting in the regards of, if he did have this one extra eye, he probably would have destroyed these kids and been a lot more capable, or as he says, he would have been more of a samurai. Wow, samurai. I'm thinking of samurais for some reason, but he would be more of a shinobi, and he wouldn't consider himself completely powerless. But then you look at his backstory, and because he lost his arm and his leg is what he was truly reacting to as feeling powerless. So it makes sense. You need your hands to do the jutsus. You need your feet to be able to move and keep nimble. So he lost everything that pretty much is what they think is what you need. But with the prosthetics bringing him back up to the forefront and being capable of doing all that stuff again, he more or less saw himself as the tools than seeing himself as the shinobi who's using the tools, right? So he saw it more as like, oh yeah, I'm no better than these tools that I'm using. So pretty sad stuff on that regard, but it's good that he has an understanding now of just what his next move should be. But then I say that to say, it might be too late. Like, the person who hired him, the person that was testing him, yeah, it's not looking good for this man. So honestly, I think he should run for his life. But knowing this show, he's probably going to try to stand up and help fight this guy for Boruto, and it's probably not going to turn out all that great. And I thought I had Sugar on my team. That was crazy because of this guy right here on my team. But overall, I really do like what I'm seeing with Boruto. It's taken a long time to get good for a lot of people, but for me, it's been hit or miss in a lot of different areas. You can go to my channel. I am honest about all the feelings that I've had about this show up to this point. So for me to be like, oh yeah, it's also one of the greatest shows of all time. Like, nah, like that's never been how I've been holding it. And just because it trends one time or two times isn't really going to change my opinion on it as a whole in the case of just um, being that it's not it's not the greatest show of all times, but it's definitely not bad. And people are definitely going to have to hold that L for thinking it was bad, or even hold that L for dropping the show and then trying to get back into it. That didn't kill him. Oh my! I did a team special. You see how weak these characters are? You got to get yourself like a Naruto or a Sasuke. Um, but a little bit of sneak news for you guys in here for the reason why I am playing this game, mainly due to I could have played Jump Force, right, and been Boruto, but Demon Slayer is coming, and it is looking so much like Storm. People are super salty, but you have to understand there is a lot of Storm elements within it, but it is not the same game as Storm, which I think has me the most excited about that aspect. Is that it's just not carbon copy Storm, right? And if you want to argue against me in the argue comments, if you want to argue against me in the case of like what you think or if it's a bad move for them to do this, like whatever the case is, I honestly love to hear you guys' opinion on Storm if you have seen it, and if not, let me know if you are going to be checking it out because knowing Demon Slayer is an amazing show and getting its credit for a video game is going to be the Ninja Storm type style. If you hate Ninja Storm, I apologize, but I really look forward to seeing what they're going to do with the cinematics, the story mode parts, because that's where this game shines the most, is in the story mode. The online's cool and all that stuff, but the story mode is what they really put everything into, so don't expect anything but less than great when it comes to that game. But I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Take care, and peace.